Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in live to another edition of High School Basketball. On Next Level Broadcasting, Charles Strail and Nick Wenzel here with you tonight, live from Ellsworth High School. Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds taking on the Ellsworth Lancers in a non-conference clash. These two teams are district opponents, however, so some important bragging rights on the line here as these two teams could potentially see each other in a district that, well, last year they saw each other and played each other. St. Mary won as they eventually went on to win that district title last year here in this gym. Nick, welcome in.
Thank you.
And Nick, I know some of the things that we've seen for this Snowbird team. They're coming off a really big win over the Mansalona Ironmen last Friday night. What do you anticipate seeing from the Snowbirds here to start this game?
Oh, same thing that we saw in that game. Really good defense, as well as offense. You know, doing some good shooting, getting layups in, just driving it in there hard and just get what you can off. And
yeah, well, they're definitely going to have to grind this one out as the tip is controlled by the Ellsworth Lancers. That one goes to, it was Billy Hopp who won the tip as Ellsworth has it on their opening first possession here. Corner it goes. That's Pearl. Back up top as they swing the ball around on this opening possession of the game. Player to watch for the Lancers, number 34, Cameron Snyder. One of those players that the Snowbirds are really going to have to key on here tonight if they want to have a successful trip to Ellsworth. First three-pointer taken and made. Big-time shot by Billy Hopp. He connects from distance, and the Lancers go up 3-0.
see what the Snowbirds can cook up here.
As they're down 3-0 to start this game, Dylan Croft hands over to Nathan O'Connell. 1 minute into the first quarter. That one looked like it might be turned over, and it is. First turnover of the game for the Snowbirds at the 6-minute, 55-second mark. One thing the Snowbirds need to make sure they do a good job of, Nick, is, well, taking care of the basketball is one thing for certain, and they need to do a good job on the defensive rebounds.
Yep. So there they got the over-the-back call right there, and that just, you know, you got to be really, really careful with those.
Yep, as the Lancers patient against this St. Mary's zone defense, it appears, Nick, they're willing to work this around to get the best shot possible.
Absolutely.
Billy Hopp up top to LeCount. He'll drive, kick it back out to a teammate. Now driving is Pearl. Back to Hopp. He's going to let another one go and just rattles in and out. Inside rebound by Snyder. Blocked, controlled by Jacobson for the Snowbirds. So Snowbirds get a stop, get a rebound. Jacobson now will try to pass it inside. Gets his own recovery. Dylan Croft now for the Snowbirds. Skip pass to Kashoniak. Kashoniak getting the start here tonight. Inside it goes. Daniel Jacobson's fouled. That'll probably be on the rebound, Nick. So it'll be St. Mary basketball baseline out of bounds.
Yep.
I apologize, our score clock wasn't really operating there, so we're going to get that synced up to the game action here as soon as the next dead ball ensues. We'll time it up here in a second. Snowbirds skip it over to Brett Kashoniak. One team foul for the Lancers, no team fouls for the Snowbirds. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Inbounded to Kashoniak, stolen away by the Lancers. Lead pass up ahead the floor. Easy run out layup for Jurgen Griswold is good. And the Lancers go up by a handful. Just over 2.5 minutes into the first quarter.
The one thing that, Charles, that the Snowbirds need to really do is stop the ball from going in. They're just, you know.
Well, they have 2 turnovers, 2 points off of Snowbird turnovers, and the Ellsworth defense right now giving them a hard time.
That's the one thing that hurts the Snowbirds here in the game.
Three-pointer by Jacobson is in. And there's the answer for the Snowbirds as Jacobson makes his first three-pointer. Nick, we didn't get a chance to do it tonight, but how many threes for Jacobson tonight? Over, under 3.5. What do you say?
I'm going to say 9.
Okay. As that one's dribbled off the foot of LeCount. Jacobson spinning inside. Little head shoulder fake. He's fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line. Nick, I got to say, one thing about this gymnasium, we have an excellent vantage point to watch this game.
We do.
I mean, you can't, it doesn't get much better than this watching the game from right here.
Absolutely. Front row VIP seating.
You are the VIP, Nick.
I am.
Jacobson's first free throw is right down the middle. Now it's 5-4. And Jacobson's second shot is no good. Rebound by the Lancers. 5-4 now. Jacobson with all 4 Snowbird points. 3 points for Hop. The other 2 for Griswold for the Lancers. Corner three-pointer taken off the back of the rim. Nathan O'Connell snares that defensive rebound. And he almost has it stolen away, but Jacobson is right there, fortunately, to get that one secured for the Snowbirds.
Great team help by Jacobson to help out Nathan O'Connell there.
Corner it goes to Dylan Croft. He'll look to penetrate baseline. A little hammer pass to O'Connell. Back up to Jacobson. Three-pointer, good. And there's another three-pointer for Jacobson and the Snowbirds. And he got that one, let it fly, and made it. Answer no good for Patrick Pearl. Jacobson with another rebound. Jacobson with all 7 Snowbird points, 2 3-pointers and a free throw. As that pass sails out of bounds, I believe that's the 3rd Snowbird turnover so far. Looks like Ryland Metowski will be checking in for the Snowbirds as well.
It's just a little hard there on the pass.
Yeah, that one just kind of got away. And, well, the Snowbirds just going to have to clean up some of those turnovers.
Yep, absolutely.
5 on the floor for the Lancers are Hop, Pearl, Snyder, Griswold, and LeCount. Three-pointer taken, no good by Pearl. Ryland Metowski now with it. Also into the game for the Lancers is Ezra Wallace. Metowski inside with the crafty finish, and it's up and in for 2 more. 9-5 now as Metowski enters the game and gets his first 2 points. And there's a drop step by the Lancers, and getting the friendly roll was Avicio LeCount. And the Lancers break that Snowbird scoring run. It was a 9-0 run for the Snowbirds, but now the game's back to 9-7.
See if the Snowbirds can answer back here.
Yeah, there's Metowski working against Wallace. Jacobson puts it on the deck. Now Croft working against this Lancer defense, and he's called for a double dribble. So 4 Snowbirds turnovers in this opening quarter, Nick, and we've got a timeout taken on the floor. And, well, as we have a timeout taken on the floor, we're going to tell you about our friends at Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Listen, now's the time to fly when you're looking to get to the sun and the sand. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport wants you to know that when you're looking for that next getaway, to look no further than Traverse City Cherry Capital to get you wherever you're trying to go with Sun Country, Allegiant, American Airlines, and United Airlines, all culminating in Traverse City Cherry Capital. They can get you where your destination is trying to, well, it's calling your name. And you got a destination calling your name, Nick. You're going down to the sun and the sand here soon, aren't you?
Absolutely.
And where'd you fly out of? Or where are you flying out of?
Flying out of Traverse City.
There you go. You heard it here first from Nick Wenzel. He's flying out of Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, proud sponsor of high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. So far, here we are, Nick. Snowbirds up by 2 points, 9-7. And Snowbirds started down 5-0. And then they rattled off 9 straight points.
Absolutely.
Daniel Jacobson, the leading scorer in the game, was 7 points so far in this game. And Ryland Metowski also with 2 points. The thing for the Snowbirds, this league could be bigger, but having some trouble taking care of the basketball so far.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the things that really just hurts the Snowbirds is, the turnovers and the travels.
And I apologize, I misspoke. The last Snowbird turnover was not a turnover, of the timeout. So it'll be Snowbird ball to begin after the timeout here. Ellsworth really extending this pressure defense.
They are.
I mean, they're going all the way up to the top as Ezra Wallace is playing very aggressive defense. And he gets the steal against Metowski. Passes it off to Pearl. Pearl Gliding in, back out to Wallace. He'll let a three go. No good. Offensive rebound controlled by Pearl. And Ellsworth with a second possession here. Snowbirds just didn't get a box out there, Nick, did they?
No.
And rebounding was the key to that win versus Mansalona. They've given up a couple offensive rebounds so far versus Ellsworth. There's another one by Pearl, second of this possession. Three-pointer by Wallace, no good. And Nathan O'Connell secures the defensive rebound.
That was a great rebound there by Nathan O'Connell.
Yeah, and the Snowbirds needed that one after having two offensive rebounds in the same possession.
They did.
So, Jacobson had Croft in the corner. Now it goes to the corner here. And that one's tapped away by Pearl. Over to Metelski on the baseline. He'll let one go from deep. Got it. So Metelski making his impact so far off the bench for the Snowbirds. He's got 5 points, and the Snowbirds are up by 5.
A beautiful shot there by Ryland.
Yeah, nice ball movement. Credit Dylan Croft on the assist for that one, for making that pass on the baseline to find the open Metelski.
That was like a sniping pass.
I agree. Patrick Pearl catches in the short corner. Back up top, letting one go is LeCount, and that's no good. Nice rebound controlled by Jacobson and the Snowbirds. They'll look to push. 4-on-4 even number break. Inside it goes to O'Connell. O'Connell tried to drop it down to Sharinsky, but it was stolen away by Pearl. 40 seconds to go in the game, or in the opening quarter. Be a fast game if it was almost over, wouldn't it, Nick?
Yeah, it would be.
Snowbirds staying in this 2-3 zone defense, trying to get on the baseline. What do we got, a foul or out of bounds? Looks like he stepped out of bounds.
Yes, the furthest official furthest from us, Charles, said he stepped out of bounds. His foot stepped over the line.
And that's on the opposite end of the court here from us, so we didn't really have a good vantage point to see that, but we'll have to go with the man that was closest to the play's call. 25 seconds now remaining in the first quarter. Snowbirds going to take the last shot of this one, I'd be willing to wager.
You know, I'd like to see, you know, like we saw in that last game, I want to see Nathan O'Connell shoot another three.
And that one kind of was deflected by Patrick Pearl. Game clock with 9 seconds remaining. Quiet crowd tonight, Nick. Maybe just still kind of sleepy from the weekend.
Yep.
But they're being quiet because we're here in the stands tonight, so that's appreciated.
Yep.
Over to Metelski. 3, 2. Croft is going to have to let it go. He does. And with that, we go to the end of the first quarter. Snowbirds up 12-7. We're going to go ahead, step aside, take a quick break. Second quarter coming up after these messages.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities. Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan, with locations in Gaylord, Boyne City. Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan, with locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan. They're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate. Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan, with locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan. They're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Okay, here we are. Welcome back in. Now we're in the second quarter of play here between the Snowbirds and the Lancers. Snowbird basketball to begin this possession, as it's almost stolen away by the Lancers. That's number 23, Jurgen Griswold. Metelski catches in the corner. Snowbird with a 5-point advantage so far. Nick, what are you liking so far?
Liking that, you know, our offense here just quickly trying to work the ball.
Yeah, Snowbird offense pretty methodical so far, as Jacobson's letting a three fly. No good, just a little bit too strong on that one, Nick. You had a good vantage point there. It looked good from the moment it left his hand, but just a bit too strong.
It did.
Griswold now passes over to Patrick Perot in the far side corner. All the way, well, about as far as way you can get from where we're broadcasting the game from. Lancers started out hot here with a 5-0 start within the first 2 minutes, but only scored 2 points after that in the first quarter. Baseline jump shot is in for Avicio LeCount. And as we reset our scoreboard, we apologize for the error. But the Ellsworth Lancers with 9, Snowbirds with 12. Jacobson weaving into traffic. Snowbirds swinging around the perimeter. Skipped over to Jacobson. O'Connell in the corner. Back to Jacobson. Patient offense is how I would describe this Snowbird offense attack so far. Inside to Nathan O'Connell, and he drops it in for his first points.
Beautiful move there by Nathan O'Connell.
Yeah, assist Dylan Croft as well. Nick, he made a nice pass.
Very
Big time shot made, though, however, by Avicio LeCount. He's got the last 5 points for the Lancers, and it's a 2-point game, 14-12.
Very good game here so far.
Oh, man. It's been a pleasure. We're sitting darn near courtside. And a little high ball screen between the Snowbirds. Over to Jacobson. He'll have to meet the pass as it was deflected. Ellsworth staying in this 1-3-1 defensive look so far. Metowski skips to Jacobson. He'll look to penetrate, drive back to Metowski. Three-pointer up and good. And Metowski hit that one. That's his second three-pointer of the game. Metowski with 8 points off the bench for the Snowbirds.
Metowski's playing very, very well right now.
I believe he has 8 points. Daniel Jacobson with 7. And 2 for O'Connell as Patrick Perot answers for the Lancers. And the offense has come alive for both sides here so far in the second quarter, Nick.
Yep.
Let's go, Tony. It was 9-7 after 1 quarter. 8 points here in the quarter for the Snowbirds. As Patrick Perot steals that one. And the floater, no good. Metowski secures the defensive rebound. Crossover at half court. Jacobson looks at a three-pointer. Skip pass to O'Connell. He'll drive baseline. He's trapped. Back to McConnell. Ooh, Croft with a nice fake, and he'll make that little 15-foot jump shot. Nicely done.
Beautiful move.
First 2 points of the contest for Dylan Croft. That takes some skill to make that one right there, Nick.
It does. Beautiful move.
Snowbirds up by 5 points here.
See if Snowbirds defense can keep hooking here with 4:03 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, the Lancers have found their offensive rhythm here with 7 points in the second quarter so far, just halfway through. VCL account no good. Rebound Dylan Croft. Jacobson shut off nicely. He'll take the three-pointer, just too strong. Sherinsky the offensive board.
Good rebound there by the Snowbirds. Lucas Sherwinski.
Croft finds Metowski. He sets and fires from 3. No good. Sherwinski tries to go over the top, but it should be Snowbird basketball as Billy Hopp just wasn't able to jump with Sherwinski there.
See what the Snowbirds can do here on offense.
Snowbirds with 10 points so far in the quarter. Jacobson finds Metowski inside. Back out to O'Connell. Skipped over to Croft. That was a nice looking pass.
It was.
Croft finds Metowski at the elbow. O'Connell taking the 3, just short. Can it be secured off of Sherinsky? So it'll be Ellsworth basketball. Good possession for the Snowbirds, just unable to knock down the shot.
Yeah.
I got to credit the Lancer defense there, Nick. Although they got moved around from side to side there, they were still able to contest the shot and block out on the defensive boards.
Absolutely. They, playing very physical basketball so far.
Patrick Pearl being hounded by a couple of Snowbird defenders. That's Nathan O'Connell out there on the perimeter. And a foul called against Daniel Jacobson with the reach on the perimeter.
That's the one thing that hurts you, Charles, right down the line there. Just the reach in fouls.
Hey, well, only 2 fouls called in this game so far between these two teams who are almost, well, now we're over 14 minutes of play, or 13 minutes of play, I should say. So it's been a pretty foul-free game.
Has been so far.
Newly into the game for the Lancers is Cameron Snyder. And Snyder was fouled on the catch, they say. That's the first foul against Dylan Croft. And the second foul for the Snowbirds in the second quarter. Wallace to inbound and kick ball. So maybe Ellsworth basketball still on the sideline. Wallace inbounds to Pearl.
See if the Snowbirds defense can work something up here.
Yeah, LeCount working around the perimeter against the Snowbirds. Pearl. Snowbirds still staying in that 2-3 zone look, Nick.
Yep.
LeCount crosses over Jacobson but falls. Croft picks up the ball, secures it for the Snowbirds. 5-on-4 advantage for St. Mary. They don't stop the game because the Snowbirds had the advantage, as LeCount is able to get up, wincing in pain, however. And the referees did not blow the whistle there because the Snowbirds had a transition opportunity. And then it's a 5-point game now for the Snowbirds. Nick, it's a 5-point lead for the Snowbirds. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Absolutely. See if the Snowbirds defense can get back to defense here.
Get a stop.
Get a good stop here.
Wallace sets and fires from 3, a little bit strong, and it's off of a, I think it's shoot, I should say. It's off of I think it was off of Dylan Croft of the Ellsworth basketball, Nick. Do you see it that way?
Yep.
3-pointer by Pearl. No good. Metowski's just going to let that one go out of bounds. It'll be Snowbird basketball. Checking in for the Lancers is Billy Hop and Vicio LeCount. LeCount looks like he's feeling okay after he was shaken up earlier on the previous possession. Snowbirds head coach Dale Jacob with some directions here, calling out a set.
Snowbirds just need to be really careful here.
As a blocking foul called against Jurgen Griswold. And that'll be the first team foul against the Lancers in the second quarter. Dylan Croft the inbound here, right in front of us, right in front of our camera. Daniel Jacobson bringing the ball up. 1 minute and 12 seconds here to play in the first half. Nathan O'Connell with it up top. Little nice head and shoulder fake to get that pass through.
That was a beautiful pass.
Jacobson catches, looks at the 3-pointer. Now he'll drive, split the defense, try to pocket pass down inside to Sherinsky. He's on the floor for it. Stolen away by the Lancers, but Sherinsky picks his pocket right back. Now Metowski driving baseline. He lost it. So VCL account was right there, and he just let it go out of bounds since it was off Metowski. Snowbirds with another turnover. Good defense by the Lancers, though, Nick.
It was. Good effort also by the Snowbirds to try and keep that ball in bounds, trying to get a shot off.
35 seconds here to play in this first half. 3-pointer in the corner by Pearl is no good. Griswold get the offensive board. 25 seconds left. Pearl weaves his way inside. Floater is good, and it's 19-16. Back to a one-score game. Inside the Snowbirds go. Sharinsky couldn't catch it. Pearl with a one-on-one break. Drives past Croft, and he's fouled. And that should be on the floor. Foul called against Dylan Croft. That'll be his second foul.
Team's third.
11 seconds left in the half. So Dylan Croft will head to the bench. He's really the only player with relative foul trouble so far with 2. Pearl goes inside, drops it off to Snyder, and just like that, the Lancers are within 1 point here with 1 second left before half. Jacobson sets and fires no good. So after 16 minutes of play between the Snowbirds and the Lancers, it's a 1-point game, 19-18 here from Ellsworth, Michigan. You are watching high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay with us, folks. You don't want to go anywhere. Coming up after this, we'll have the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. We'll summarize the first half and talk about what we anticipate to see here in the second half. Charles Strail and Nick Wenzel providing you coverage. We're going to step aside once again. High school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting resumes after these messages.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself. Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Okay, welcome into the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show here on Next Level Broadcasting. Snowbirds with a 1-point advantage over the Ellsworth Lancers. After 2 quarters of play here on Next Level Broadcasting's coverage, Charles Strail and Nick Wenzel here from Ellsworth, Michigan. And Nick, the Snowbirds had to rally back after they were down 5 points in the first quarter. And here's just the quick summary after 2 quarters of play. It was 9-7. Snowbirds were ahead at the end of the first quarter. Now it's 19-18 at the half. So the Lancers outscored the Snowbirds 11-10 in that second quarter, and we got a tight game. It's a 1-point game, I should say, at halftime. Let me start with the Ellsworth Lancers, Nick. What do you think they've been doing well so far in order to just stay in this game defensively? I mean, it looked like the Snowbirds were finding their rhythm, and the Lancers kind of shut them down there for a little bit in the last 2 to 3 minutes of that second quarter.
Well, right now they're playing great defense. You know, their defense is staying red hot right now, which, you know, and they're trying to find the ball and making sure that they don't allow any more points to go. You know, they're trying to stay very focused into this game.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of really preventing the inside and out of the St. Mary offense going against that 1-3-1 defense. St. Mary's going to have to do a better job of getting it to the corners against that 1-3-1, and if they can get some defensive rebounds and get out in transition, get some early offensive opportunities going against this Lancer defense, because the Lancer defense has done a good job of limiting the amount of points for the Snowbirds. 19 points at halftime is one of the lower scoring outputs for this Snowbird team. Defensively, for St. Mary, Nick, they're doing a good job. One thing they need to clean up, though, is limiting the Lancers to only one shot opportunity. We've seen on multiple possessions the Lancers get second, third chances from being able to hit the offensive rebounds, and that's something that the Snowbirds really need to address.
Yes, and the other thing that they need to address also is the limiting of the fouls too. That's the one thing in the game where if you get fouled on yourself, that really hurts your team as well as yourself.
Yeah, it's tough when you get a key player in foul trouble, but not like terrible foul trouble so far for the Snowbirds. Dylan Croft, the only player in the game with 2 fouls.
Yeah.
So Croft, the only player with relative foul issues, and they took him out so he wouldn't pick up that 3rd foul before the end of the first half, I should say. So, those are the 2 keys to the game and the things that each team's going to really need to try to clean up here if they want to have success moving forward in the next 16 minutes of play during this game.
As well as the over the back fouls and violations too.
Sure.
That in the backcourt violations. That's the other two things that really hurt you in this game.
And we've seen the turnovers for the Snowbirds. They have more turnovers than the Lancers do right now at halftime, and that's what has, in my opinion, allowed the Lancers to kind of stay in this game. The Snowbirds are having a more effective offensive output, but Ellsworth creating easy points off of turnovers. They, I believe, have, 2 points directly off of a steal, and I don't think the Snowbirds have a steal for an easy basket. All their baskets have come against this set half-court defense for Ellsworth, and it's hard to make your hay against this half-court 1-3-1 zone defense that Ellsworth runs. They've been running it for a very long time. They're very skilled and very educated in how to run and how to close out, how to play those angles in this defense, and they're showing it right here through 2 quarters of play.
They are. The one thing I was listening to in the locker room today before this game even started by Coach Dale, and he said, if we can make more shots down in the court in this game tonight, then we have a very good chance to win this game.
Right, and you also got to take more shots, too, to do that. And the thing with the Snowbirds, they're shooting at a higher effective field goal percentage, but they're turning the ball over.
Yeah.
So if you're turning the ball over, you're not shooting the ball. So, the key to basketball is to score more points than the other team. You do that by making more shots, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're turning the ball over, you can't shoot those shots. So I would imagine the Snowbirds with a higher emphasis on taking care of the basketball in the second half. Ellsworth, I would say maybe they can really ramp up the defensive intensity and see if they can force some more Snowbird turnovers, because their offense off of those turnovers has been much better as opposed to trying to go against this Snowbird half-court 2-3 zone defense as well. Both teams doing a good job of really anchoring down with their defensive schematics, and it's been a defensive showcase through 16 minutes of play.
See what the Snowbirds can do here, come back out into this second half of the game and see if they can get some more shots off here.
We'll certainly just have to wait and find out. Nick, that was a great lead, and we're going to go ahead and step aside. This has been the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show here on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss anything of this game, because we should have a really good second half coming up in just about 2 minutes. We're going to go ahead, have a word from our sponsors, and be back for the third quarter after this.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing
Now's
one?
the time to
With over
fly
100
from your
years of
Northern
combined
Michigan
experience,
hometown
J&J
Cherry
Construction is one of the
TVC
most
Airport will get
reliable
you to
and
your dream
respected general
destination.
contractors in
Anywhere
our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring
Now's
a passion
the time
for
to
innovation
fly from your
and a
Northern
commitment to
Michigan
quality to every
hometown
job
Cherry
they do.
Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything, Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit TVC.
Okay, here we are. Big shout out to our halftime show sponsor, I should say, the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We're just about ready to get things started here in the third quarter from Ellsworth High School. Snowbirds and Lancers, third quarter, and it is 19-18. We're going to rearrange our scoreboard here. Sorry about that for anybody who's tweaking out about the score. We apologize for that, but we've got it squared away. And it's 19-18. Snowbirds on top to begin the third quarter. It'll be Lancer basketball to begin the game, or the third quarter, I should say. Charles Strail and Nick Wenzel here from Ellsworth, Michigan. Snowbirds and Lancers, final 16 minutes to decide this one. Start in 10 seconds. Nick, what do you anticipate to see here within the first 2 minutes of this quarter?
Like we talked about earlier, looking forward to seeing the Snowbirds play great defense, great offense, get some more shots off, get some layups, as well as the Ellsworth side,
They've been executing well. Honestly, the Ellsworth defense forcing those turnovers has keeping them in the game.
They are.
As we are underway here in third quarter now, Patrick Pearl and Billy Hopp, Avicio LeCount, Cameron Snyder, and Jurgen Griswold, the five on the floor for the Lancers to begin the third quarter.
See if the Snowbirds can get their defense to
Turned
stay
up
red
here,
hot
yeah.
here. Yep.
Pearl trying to penetrate the Snowbird defense. Open shot in the corner for LeCount. He got it. So Avicio LeCount starts off hot from the corner, and the Lancers are up by 2. And stolen away, but yeah, Pearl has it for the Lancers. Oh man, nice pass. Blocked by Metalski though. Lancers retain possession. Snowbirds doing a good job to get back in defensive transition.
That was a beautiful block.
LeCount now up top for the Lancers. Lancers up by 2. Another Snowbird turnover has given the Lancers this added possession, and that foul is going against Daniel Jacobson. That'll be his second foul. First team foul for the Snowbirds in the second half. LeCount with it. Lancers have shown patience against this Snowbird zone defense. Tapped away. Jacobson with the run out. Croft fires it up the floor. Jacobson scoops it and scores it.
That was a beautiful move there by Jacobson.
Good back tip. Croft found him right away for the easy run out transition opportunity. First transition basket for the Snowbirds in the game. Pearl driving baseline, lost it, and the Snowbirds are going to get it back. Like the idea for Pearl there, Nick just wasn't able to control it as he was driving to his left on the baseline.
Absolutely. Great defense there by the Snowbirds also.
2 minutes into the third quarter. As the Snowbirds have it, we got a tie game, 21-all. Jacobson swings it to Metalski. O'Connell now back up to Croft. Swung over to Jacobson, tapped out of bounds by Pearl. And that'll be Snowbird basketball. They'll have to inbound from that coffin corner there on the Ellsworth baseline.
Staying with Snowbird basketball here. And we're going to have Nathan O'Connell inbounds the ball back in.
Inbounded to Metelski. Jacobson in the corner for an open look. Oh, just a bit too strong. Wallace the rebound for Ellsworth.
It's back to that Snowbird zone defense there.
Yep, Snowbirds continuing to stay in this 2-3 zone defense. They played zone versus Mancelona and man last Wednesday night against Bel Air. So Snowbirds going back to their roots here defensively, as that one almost is stolen away by the Snowbirds on the floor, and it was deflected. It should be Ellsworth basketball.
Yep.
So the officials came together and got that one correct.
It did look for a minute, though, Charles, like it did go backcourt violation there.
Pearl driving through the seam. Kicks out to Billy Hop. Three-pointer just short. Offensive rebound put back good by Cameron Snyder. And the Lancers retake the lead.
See if the Snowbirds can find something to answer here.
Inside to Sherwinski, who's still looking for his first points of the game. Metelski swings it to Jacobson. Now he drives inside. Foul called. Nick, did you see who that foul was on? I believe it was on Billy Hop for the Lancers.
Yep. Jacobson inbounds the ball.
Inside to Metelski.
Nice
and he
move.
adjusted the shot at the rim to get it to go to avoid the defender, and he got it. 10 points in the game now for Rylan Metelski to lead all scorers. Nice, but couldn't get it to go. On the reverse was Cameron Snyder. The Snowbirds now with the chance to take the lead once again.
That was a great rebound by Lucas Chawinski for the Snowbirds.
Metelski sets and fires from deep. Off the backboard, no good. Pearl secures the rebound. He's got it, and it looked like it went off of his hand. And it'll be Snowbird basketball. So another turnover for the Lancers. And you got to credit the Snowbird pressure there in the backcourt. I think that's what forced that turnover.
They're playing great defense.
Here's the inbounds pass to Metelski. Just halfway through the third quarter. Tie game. And that one's controlled by Jacobson. He was in the right place at the right time. That almost sailed into the crowd. Jacobson shakes past Wallace, and he picks up the foul against Wallace. And the Snowbirds are taking, looks like they're going to take a 30-second timeout. And, you know, Nick, through just about halfway through this third quarter, the Snowbirds, Lancers even at 23. It was 19-18 at halftime. So we've got a pretty even game between two teams that are pretty evenly matched, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. And the one thing that the Snowbirds need to do is just really, you know, when they have the ball in control in their hands, you know, the one thing they need to do is to settle down just a bit and try to get a decent pass and find somebody open and get that shot off.
I would concur with that, Nick. I would say we'll see what they opt to do here on this out of timeout situation, inbounding from the sideline. 3:50 here to play in the third quarter. Lancers looking to trap. O'Connell with it for the Snowbirds.
Here's that offense. He's, you know, again, you need the Snowbirds just need to calm down here just a little bit and try to get a decent pass off.
That one almost stolen away by Pearl. Jacobson now driving. Steps through a defender and finishes with a crafty finger roll at the rim. Snowbirds now back up by 2. Down it goes to Snyder. Snyder finishes.
It's back to being a tied-up game here.
Yeah, Snyder just got behind the defense, slipped through some cracks, and made that one. Nice pass to Sherwinski. Metelski on the assist. And The offensive floodgates have opened up a little bit here briefly.
Yep.
Pearl puts his head down. No good. Rebound. Comes out to Dylan Croft. He's looking to find an open teammate, but he'll just do it himself and bring it across half court.
Nice job there by Croft to get it down court.
Croft being guarded by Griswold. Back to Jacobson. Snowbirds up 2 points here in the third quarter. Croft looked at the three-pointer, thought about it. Stole. This will be a backcourt violation. And I don't think it was touched there, Nick. Did you see it touched?
No, there was no touch there.
Yeah, now Metalski did do the smart thing, though. If he doesn't grab that ball, Pearl might have been able to track that down and go in for an open layup.
I didn't see a touch there, but give the officials credit there with their call.
Going to have a ball screen up top. Pearl denies it. Billy Hop now with it in the corner. VCO the count being guarded by Metalski. Snowbirds going to a man defense. Metalski thought he got all pumpkin up top, but I guess the referee on the baseline calls him for a foul.
Yep.
Pumpkin meaning the basketball, just because they're both orange, Nick.
Yep. Dale's got to take a sip of his water over there on the bench because it's the only thing you can do when you're getting a little bit emotional there.
First free throw up and in for VCO LeCount, and it's a 1-point game as the first free throw is good. Replacing Billy Hop for the Ellsworth Lancers is sophomore Ben Strange. I believe the first time he's checked in so far in this contest. LeCount sets and fires and makes it.
Now it's back to a tied-up game again. See if the Snowbirds offense can find some way to get an answer back here.
Yeah, it's 27-27 now between these two teams. Non-conference opponents, but they're in the same district. As Metalski goes to the rim, he's fouled. Didn't make the shot, but he'll draw 2 attempts at the free throw line because of that aggressive take to the basket.
Absolutely. That's the one thing that you want to do if you're the Snowbirds is you want to use all the aggression that you can to get a good take on the hoop.
Metelski with the first free throw. Nick, I feel like we're calling a golf match when a player's shooting a free throw. I mean, it feels like we're on the 18th hole at the Masters.
Yeah.
You can hear a needle drop in this place. Second free throw from Metelski is right down the middle.
Great shot there by Riley Metelski.
Yep, and he's got 11 points now in the game. Pearl dishes off to Griswold. Back to Pearl. He'll drive inside. Floater. Good. And the Lancers go back up by 1 on the Patrick Pearl deuce from 8 feet.
Back to the Snowbirds defense or offense here.
Inside to Metelski. Corner kick to Jacobson. We haven't really seen Jacobson get that active in the third quarter here. He's got 2 points, but Lancer's doing a good job of controlling him with his zone defense.
Absolutely. Offense just needs to be careful with the rescue passing here because, the Lancers, as you can see it, they're working at physical. And
three-pointer by Jacobson is good, and just like that, lightning in a bottle hits for the Snowbirds, and Jacobson now with 5 points in the quarter. His third made three-pointer of the game. Inside Pearl drives hard. Nice finish, and we're back even at 31.
This is a tense game so far, Charles.
Both teams going toe for toe with one another. Jacobson open in the corner, sets and fires. Three-pointers right down the middle. Back-to-back trays for Daniel Jacobson. He's got 8 points in the quarter to lead all scores. Snowbirds up by 3. And we got a timeout taken because the net was abused by Daniel Jacobson on that three-point shot that the net stuck in the rim because that shot was so well
taken.
Shot because of the spin that he had on the ball. The backspin just, did some damage on the net.
Yep. And Nat said, "Don't mind if I do. I'll pause the game for a second."
Hey, that's right, Nick. Jurgen Griswold drives, penetrates. Snowbirds back into this man-to-man defense now. Once again, pull-up jump shot for LeCount. Jacobson snares the rebound. 4 seconds remaining. Griswold with pressure in the backcourt. Croft going to put it up at the buzzer, and it made it. Dylan Croft made it at the buzzer, and Snowbirds go up by 6 into the fourth quarter of play. Nick, what a shot by Dylan Croft.
That was a beautiful shot. He was shocked even for himself to see if that shot was going to go in, because I saw the smile on his face. He was like, I didn't even know that was going to go in.
Oh, yeah, well, he used all the backboard, a little bit of the rim, and he knocked it down from half court as the Snowbirds take the 6-point advantage into the fourth quarter. You're watching high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. Don't go anywhere, folks. Fourth quarter coming up after these messages.
Now's the
Vision
time to
Source and
fly
Gaylord
from your
Eye Care
northern
proud to be
Michigan
offering their
hometown Cherry
services to
Capital
local communities
Airport,
across northern
TVC.
Michigan,
TVC
with
Airport
locations
will
in
get you
Gaylord,
to your
Point
dream
City,
destination
Bel Air, and
anywhere in the
Sheboygan.
world.
They're committed
Visit
to serving you and providing a trusted source.
tvcairport.com now.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Financers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment.
And here we are, start of the fourth quarter. Snowbirds inbound. Rylan Metowski in the corner. Three-pointer by Jacobson, just a little short.
Back to the Snowbirds defense here, going back into their 3-2 zone. See if they can work something up here.
Actually, Nick, I think they're staying man here. It looks like they're really extending that ball pressure out on top to LeCount as Jacobson picks up Pearl. Billy Hop's going to step into a three-pointer, no good. Tapped out, Metowski in a foot race to track it down. He does. Wisely backs it out. Jacobson with the head fake, drives inside, passes it off the shin of LeCount. Stolen away by Griswold. Back to Pearl. And Pearl takes the wide open three-pointer. No good. Croft clears the board. Jacobson now running the floor for the Snowbirds. Track meet has ensued here at Ellsworth High School between these two teams, Nick.
Absolutely.
Croft sliding his way inside for the and one. Dylan Croft making his presence felt here in the last 2 minutes of play. He's got the last 5 points for the Snowbirds, including that buzzer beater. And now he'll go to the free throw line to make this potentially a 9-point game. And the free throw is good. So the true old-fashioned three-point play for Dylan Croft. Snowbirds on a little spurt here to begin the fourth quarter, if you count the buzzer beater by Croft at the end of the third quarter. Griswold looked at it, didn't want to take the three-pointer. Big possession here for the Lancers, down by 3 scores.
Good defense there by Nathan O'Connell.
Billy Hop looks at the three-pointer, chooses not to take it. Working it around the perimeter. Out to Hop. Looked at it again. Good closeout by Dylan Croft. Jump shot for Hop is good. So the southpaw with the smooth touch knocks it down, and it's a 7-point game.
See if the Snowbirds can find something here to answer it back.
Last 6 Snowbird points to Dylan Croft. Back up top to Jacobson. Inside it goes to Metowski at the free throw line. Dishes it down to Sherwinski. He puts his shoulder down, and he's called for an offensive foul. So Turnover by the Snowbirds gives it back to the Lancers, who are down by 7. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. All 10 starters on the floor right now for each team, or the starters here in the third quarter, I should say. Corner goes to Griswold, swung back up to LeCount. Snowbirds back into the 2-3 zone defense, Nick.
Absolutely. It's the one thing I like to see right there is the 3-2 zone.
Little flash by Patrick Pearl, and he kisses it off the glass. And we're back to a 5-point game. Last 4 points to the Lancers.
Snowbirds just need to settle down just a little bit here and get a good shot off, maybe a pass or two.
And Croft was trapped. Metowski able to save it. Nathan O'Connell now working against Patrick Pearl.
Good little fake there. That was by Nathan O'Connell.
Croft had it tapped away from behind by Pearl. Snowbirds turn it over on their back-to-back possessions. Coming up on the 4-minute, 40-second mark in the fourth quarter. Pearl driving to his right. Lancers swing that around the perimeter. Pearl sets some fires from 3. Rolls off, no good. Snyder with the board, blocked by Metowski, and he secures it. Metowski now bringing it up the floor for the Snowbirds. It's a 2-on-3 fast break. Metowski pull up, jump shot, no good.
Good effort by Metowski there to try and get the ball to go.
Yeah, you just got to kind of know when you have numbers and when you don't. That was a 2-on-3 situation that I think the Snowbirds will probably point out next time. They'll gladly pull that ball out and try to get a better shot there. Snyder with it in the corner. Pearl working against Nathan O'Connell. Slithering inside, floaters up, no good.
Good defense by the Snowbirds there.
Dylan Croft works his way through the double team. It's a 5-on-4 break for the Snowbirds. Sherwinski with the little jump shot from 7 feet is good. And the Snowbirds go back up by 7.
Beautiful move there. Beautiful shot, that by Sherwinski there.
And at the 3-minute and 33-second mark remaining in the fourth quarter, James Willingham, head coach of the Lancers, wants to take a timeout and talk about it, Nick. And here in the fourth quarter, we saw 6 straight points by Dylan Croft. Then we saw 1 there by Sherwinski. Snowbirds with a strong start to this fourth quarter, but I'd be remiss if we didn't mention the buzzer beater before the end of the third quarter that Dylan Croft banked in.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot there. That put a smile on my face too. I was like, man, that was something there.
I mean, it certainly was. I mean, we're just 11 minutes past the top of the hour here. It's 8:11 here, 8:11 p.m. Eastern time here. So I hope everybody sticking with us is enjoying this game wherever you're watching from. Thanks for making us a part of your Monday night. You can always watch The Bachelor later. You should be watching Snowbirds versus Lancers right now live wherever you are able to. I mean, this is a great game. Charles Strail, Nick Wenzel here, the crew at Next Level Broadcasting, coming over to Ellsworth tonight to bring you this game live. So we're sitting here courtside so you can watch it couch side.
Huge shout out as well as to our bus driver for Linda Pratt over there.
That's right.
Getting our kids here and back home safely. Thank you, Miss Linda.
You riding the bus back, Nick?
I do not.
Okay. Next game.
Yep.
Snowbirds will be on the road Wednesday night going to Onaway, and then Friday night versus Harbor Light Christian. Lancers looking to make a comeback here, down by 7. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Billy Hobb steps into a three-pointer just a little bit too strong. Snyder tried to save it but couldn't. And it's back over to the Snowbirds. Nick, how much time do you think the Snowbirds really need to use here on the clock here, or do you think they just go for the best shot?
Yep.
They go for the best shot, and unable to knock it down was Jacobson. Pearl with a head of steam now. Wrap around pass on the baseline to Griswold.
Nice defense there by Nathan O'Connell.
Skip pass over to LeCount. I don't think LeCount scored here or very much here in this second half.
No.
As
Looks like there's going to be a foul called.
He had a pretty active first half. That foul is called against Lucas Sherwinski. His first foul, team second.
See if the
Rylan Metowski taps that one out of bounds. 2 minutes, 46 seconds left to go in the game.
see if the defense here for the Snowbirds can do something here.
Yeah, they're going to need a stop. Griswold drives all the way. No good off the glass. Snyder cleans it up. Snyder fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
That's on Nathan O'Connell, for number 34 for the Snowbirds. That'll be his
I believe first foul, Nick.
first foul.
Actually, they're going to call that against Rylan Metowski. That's his third personal, team's third. Snyder to the line for a pair. First one up, off the heel, no good. Substitution checking in for the Lancers is Ezra Wallace. He'll replace Jürgen Griswold. Second and 2 free throws here for Snyder. Is no good. Offensive rebound, though, comes out to Billy Hop. And Lancers with the open shot. Pearl tees it up. No good. We got a foul called against Lucas Sherwinski, trying to go through Ezra Wells. Fourth foul against the Snowbirds. Next one will put the Lancers in the double bonus for the final 2 minutes, 29 seconds of the game. Wallace catches the inbound pass as the Lancers look to come back within 2 scores. Hop had it rejected by Sherwinski. Who's going to get on the floor for it? Patrick Pearl pulls out of there with it for the Lancers. But count, jab, step, gets into the paint. Floater is no good. Wallace on the second chance. Back out to LeCount. He'll let it fly. He got it. Big time bucket for the Lancers, and it's back to a 4-point game. And Metowski fouled there by LeCount. That's only the second team foul for the Lancers here in the fourth quarter. Snowbirds with no fouls to give, Nick.
Yeah.
As Griswold checks back in for Ezra Wells. 4-point game.
Snowbirds just need to keep playing the best game that they can here with a minute left.
I think we got a clock issue.
Yep. Malfunction there.
Yeah, I don't know if it started early or whatnot, but we're going to reset our clock here as well to match the official scores clock with 1 minute 46 seconds left to go. Jacobson passes into Croft. Metowski on the baseline, trapped by 2 Lancers. Skip to Jacobson. Snowbirds need to do a good job of taking care of the basketball here. Metowski drives baseline. That's an easy call. That'll be a charge. He put the shoulder down, and LeCount drew the foul. That's the 4th foul against Rylan Metowski. Snowbirds with no fouls to give here. Next team foul will put the Lancers to the free throw line for 2 shots. Snowbirds will have to get a stop and get a defensive possession here.
Snowbirds just need to be really careful here with the fouls, especially with a minute left.
Patrick Pearl working against this St. Mary 2-3 zone defense. Snowbirds up by 4 points. Pearl swings it over to LeCount into the middle of the zone. Floater up and good. LeCount with the last 5 points for the Lancers, and it's a 2-point game. Jacobson breaks the pressure. He'll now dribble it back out and work to use some clock for the Snowbirds. Flips it over to Metowski. Metowski in a little bit of a panic situation now. Passes off to Dylan Croft.
Yep, foul with the Snowbirds right here with a minute left.
That one's thrown away. Patrick Pearl with the easy run out, lies it in for 2. And we're even. Lancers on a 7-0 run here in the last 2 minutes to tie this game up at 42. Snowbirds are going to need to get it across. Jacobson catches it. Timeout taken by the Snowbird bench. And it'll be baseline out of bounds here. Snowbirds looking to draw something up with 28 seconds left to go. Nick, what are you seeing?
I'm seeing very, very physical basketball so far. Out of both teams, and and for the Snowbirds, they're playing really tense basketball for down the court here with a minute 28 seconds left. I'm sorry, my correction. They're playing very physical. Oops.
And Nick, so one of the things I was talking about is you might have just wrecked some nachos.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, it's the fourth quarter. We're about ready to, we might have overtime here, so I feel sorry for those nachos if we do go to overtime. But with a 42-42 game, Snowbirds with the possession of the ball. Right now, I think you just got to drop your best shot. You're trying to take the last shot of the game. If they can work 10 to 14 seconds of clock off and then make their move at around 12 to 11 seconds, that still gives them the opportunity to get the offensive rebound putback.
Yep.
And that would be huge.
It would be.
Snowbirds went into this fourth quarter, I should say, up 8, Nick? 39-31.
Snowbirds just need to relax here and get a good shot off.
And it's stolen away by Pearl. Snowbirds cough it up, and Billy Hop puts the Lancers ahead. That's not what the Snowbirds had drawn up. Metelsky catches it in a hurry. He's fouled, and he's called for an offensive foul. And that is the 5th foul against Metelsky. Wow. So Metelsky fouls out. Snowbirds all but unraveling here, Nick, with the Lancers with a 2-point lead. And the Snowbirds looking for a little bit of an answer. As we have a moment, we want to thank all of our sponsors tonight for bringing this game to Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, and J&J Construction. Also shout out to Golf Gaylord for making this game possible wherever you're watching from. We thank you for making us a part of your Monday night. And while we have an opportunity, we want to let you know that you might have not saw that foul the same way that official did, but, well, it could be because your eyesight's going bad. And if that's the case, you need to stop into the Gaylord Eye Care Center with 4 locations. Tell them we sent you to one of their locations in Boyne City, Bel Air, Gaylord, or Sheboygan for a free eye consultation to get you back to the top of your game. That's the Gaylord Eye Care Center, proud sponsor of Snowbird basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting. We're coming right down to the wire once again between these two non-conference teams. It'll be Ellsworth basketball to start. Snowbirds need to give 2 fouls here before they're able to send the Lancers to the free throw line. So they're going to have to get a steal. And a timeout was taken by Coach James Willingham for the Lancers. He'll take the 30-second timeout to save that turnover. Nick, Snowbirds doing a good job of denying the ball there.
Yeah. See if the Snowbirds can just, try and get the ball back or get a good steal and get a shot off here to win this game with 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And with 18 seconds left, Nick, the Snowbirds are going to have to do something here just so they can get another quick steal, maybe a trap, force Ellsworth to take a timeout.
Yep.
They will need to they're really going to have to do some work here because they've kind of fallen apart here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. They were doing really good, and, the fouls and the turnovers.
Right, and I don't think that's putting it lightly. But also credit the Lancers for having the moxie to get back in this game.
Yeah.
LeCount to inbound. Pearl had it deflected by Daniel Jacobson. It'll be Lancer basketball with 17 seconds left to go. Snowbirds doing a good job denying the inbound pass. Got a 2-point game here between Lancers and Snowbirds. Where else would you rather be except for watching this game? I can't think of,
couch side.
Well, I mean, you're courtside, Nick. You don't feel the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of those nachos, you've done a great job. As Nathan O'Connell fouls Jurgen Griswold. That'll put Griswold to the free throw line for a pair. So Griswold going to the line, 2 shots for him. 15 seconds to go in the game. First free throw for Griswold. First free throws he's attempted tonight is just off to the left slightly. Lucas Sherwinski checking back into the game for the Snowbirds. He will replace Peyton DeWeird. Snowbirds trying to figure out who's Sherwinski's checking in for. They finally get it figured out. Big free throw here for Griswold. Opportunity to make it a 3-point game. Griswold steps, fires, no good. Rebounded by Brett Krishoniak. Snowbirds down by 2, 10 seconds left to go. Jacobson trapped, finds Croft. Croft goes the corner to O'Connell. Croft up top. Jacobson gonna pull it from deep. 3-pointer is good. Daniel Jacobson with ice in his veins knocks it down, and the Snowbirds coming out of here with a 1-point victory at the Jacobson 3-pointer to seal the game. Jacobson calls game, and the Snowbirds take this one by 1. Nick, what do you have to say?
That was an impressive shot by Daniel Jacobson to win the game. You know, that was great work by Daniel to hustle down there to get the shot off as quick as possible.
Unbelievable shot by Jacobson. Good job, Dylan Croft, finding him. Jacobson got a opening, took the shot, and buried it. And that's what the Snowbirds needed as they almost gave that one away down the stretch to the Lancers. Credit both teams for an amazing performance here tonight. Just an exemplary showing of high school basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, that was great on both sides. Snowbirds with a little lapse of late fourth quarter end of game execution. Lancers made them pay, doing their thing late to take that 2-point lead. The 2 missed free throws at the end there by the Lancers cost them, and Jacobson was able to bury that 3-pointer, and the Snowbirds come away with a 1-point victory here in Ellsworth.
Yeah, that was huge there.
I mean, you got to have ice in your veins to step into that shot with confidence in rhythm, feel confident in your shot and your process, and he stepped into it, he pulled the trigger, and he knocked it down.
Yeah.
So for all of us here in Ellsworth tonight, Charles Strail and Nick Wenzel. For our sponsors tonight, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, J&J Construction, the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, we thank you for tuning in tonight on this thrilling game between these 2 non-conference but district opponents. Until next time, everyone, you have been watching a production of Next Level Broadcasting's coverage of high school basketball. Until next time, everyone, good night.